America, the NBA coaching carousel is already turning. Y'all know in that league, it's a players' league in terms of, you got five guys on the court at one time. You got basketball players play offense and defense. Superstar players can have an effect on the game really more than shit any of the major American team sports, I would say, you know.
Yeah.
But shit, somebody gotta get that blame when shit don't go right, and it's gonna be that head coach. He the easiest motherfucker to get rid of. So we've seen a rash of firings this week to go along with everything going on in the playoffs. Now
Well, hold
we've
on
seen a
now. Be careful when you say firing. It wasn't a
excuse me.
firing.
You're right. We've seen a lot of people mutually agree
That's it.
to part
That's it.
ways.
Yes.
We
Yes.
Or
we've seen guys
Yes.
like Rick Carlisle
Yes.
choose to
Yes.
step down.
resign.
Divorces. Divorces.
We've even seen
There you
a
go.
guy get promoted actually to the front office
You get
after
demoted to get promoted.
that's what we're dealing with. Thank you, T. Thank you for the clarification because that's how they're doing it over there. When
Yes.
you got the complexion for the connection for the protection over there in the NBA. Thank you for that.
Yes.
But
Yes.
we got several vacancies, man, that have popped open, man. T, what you got, man? I don't you got the rundown on these jobs.
Yeah. So Portland and Terry Stotts broke up.
Mm.
Scotty Brooks and Washington ain't together no more. Boston, like you just said, they just elevated their prior coach,
Ain't
Brad
that
Stevens,
crazy? No,
and moved him to president of basketball operations. Is that right?
Yeah.
motherfucker for what?
President of basketball operations. Okay. All right. Indiana, who I think is the donkey of the day out this whole group, in my opinion. Cause
Oh, you had to elaborate on that.
cause
Okay.
this is the team that said, "Hey Nate, you ain't the guy no more. Nate McMillan, we gonna let you go. We gonna fire you," because they fired Nate. All right. Bring in a guy from the tree of I can't remember whose tree he's from, but he's
Was it
supposed to bring.
Toronto?
Was it Toronto's tree? It don't matter. He ain't got
What
no
Nick
job.
on Nick Nurse?
No, I don't know. I think he might have been Nick Nurse's assistant. I think you're
Mhm.
right. He comes in, he's supposed to bring in the pace. They're supposed to play a lot faster and do this and do that. And all you got was a bunch of guys for Indiana who could not click with this guy. And in 1 year, out the door he goes. And who you got in Nate McMillan over here in Atlanta? A guy that could possibly be in the Eastern Conference Finals as we tape. Shout out to Indiana for being donkey of the day for that one. Then you got New Orleans and the Stan Van Gundy experiment. Now, did they fire Stan or did they part ways with Stan?
Man, it looked like David Griffin was about to cry talking about this shit.
Oh, I
He
ain't seen
said
that.
he said like they had a very open and honest discussion,
Mm-hmm.
and they both agreed that it was the best thing to do. But that Stan is a very good man. He's a very
Mm-hmm.
good man.
Okay. All right. Sell it. I got you. So, and then in Dallas, you got the Luca don't want to play with Rick Carlisle no more, and this is where we at now. The Indiana one is the donkey of the day, but the one that kind of irritates me a little bit is Boston because they're trying to present to me, hey, look, we're very entertained by 3 black candidates. I ain't trying to hear that. You ain't had all this interest in all this time. Why you got interest now? Is it because of what Kyrie said? Is it because of what Marcus said? What's up? Like, what's the deal? Brad, so Brad, you're progressive enough to advance this thing and push Boston to the next. We're gonna integrate with what the current NBA is: diversity, inclusion, etc. What are you telling me right now? So you telling me y'all not old Boston? Ain't nothing gonna change. It's still the same thing. So the Boston thing kind of irritates me because they propping up Chauncey, they propping up Udoka, Darvin Ham, all guys that I think they said Tatum really like Udoka and what he did with the USA team. They love Chauncey. I like all players really love Chauncey Billups. You know what I'm saying? And then you got Darvin Ham, who's been an assistant for a long time. He's an NBA guy. He's played in the league. So it's like, okay, you know, you still got Becky Hammond name out there. You got Teresa Weatherspoon name out there. I, I wish Becky would get a job, but I just don't see it.
Yeah.
I just don't know if anybody's gonna give her a job. I really want her to get a job, but I just don't think they're gonna do it.
Becky
And
or
so
woman in general.
I don't think women in general.
Yeah, I agree.
It's just gonna it's gonna take somebody in management. Now I'll be honest, David Griffin could be the guy that does it because David Griffin is kind of a he thinks along the lines of looking down the line, and I think he's got a lot of good foresight and forethought. He's very good with terms of turning teams around and stuff like that. I mean, but
All right, now with all
I
the
don't know.
rumblings that's starting to trickle out with Zion and him
Yeah.
being disgruntled or his family being disgruntled, somebody being disgruntled down there. Do
Mhm.
you think he'd take a historic risk like that and get a lady?
No, probably
David
not.
Griffin, that is.
It would be the situation would have to be right, and I don't know. It's interesting. I mean, I'm curious as to how that team clicks with Teresa Weatherspoon. You know, 'cause she's on the staff. Like, how does that team react
And
to
she a
her?
real motherfucker too.
She is.
Yeah.
She is.
She
And
real.
so and I think she can relate to them guys. I really do. I think she can talk the talk. She can get those guys here, especially that team, that complement, that composition of a team. I think she can get their ear. I personally do. Because
We
Teresa was
gonna
a
have
dog.
to we gonna have to look into this Zion shit and really see what all this little shit about.
I don't Zion need to play a full year and he needs to make an all NBA team before he can come talk to me. How
I ain't got
about
no
that?
problem with that. I ain't got no
I
problem with
agree with that.
that. I ain't got no problem with that. Hey, put that on some shit. Joe, man, what you think about this coaching carousel so far, man?
Uh, some interesting openings are out there. Um, as TJ said, the whole Pacers letting go Nate, and then you get this guy in. I'm gonna tell you what I do have an issue with. You firing a coach after 1 year. That's what you giving him. You giving him 1 year. Like, and I'm gonna be honest, David Griffin, he fired Stan trying to basically probably appease whatever family member Zion got saying that they not putting pieces around him. He's trying to find a scapegoat to say, hey, it's not me. This is the issue. Because remember, JJ Redick came out and said you can't trust David Griffin because of the way he did him. Told him he was going to send him to Brooklyn or New York, where his family was, ship him to Dallas. Um, the Portland opening, not really sure how Dame is feeling right now. Here's what I will say: all of these openings, you better go to your star player and ask him who does he want.
But he couldn't get
Simple
kid.
as that.
Dame couldn't get kid.
It's,
They kind of ran kid off.
it's as simple as that. Go to them, ask them who do you want, and then you go out and you get that guy. Because if you don't, Brad Stevens, I'm saying this right now. Tatum may not be playing for Boston too long. I think he may ask to leave.
Where you
No, he's
going?
not gonna be a Laker. No, he's not gonna be a Laker. Don't do
I
that.
just know now. I think he would. I think he would have loved the opportunity because he loves Kobe.
It's a Kobe disciple we talking about.
So, but I don't think they would be able to pull it out. But I'm just saying, go to your star player, ask who do they want, and that's who you go out and get. Um, I want to say, I pose a question: which team would be the best? Which one has the best opening? That every head coach should be running to saying, I want this job.
I see that that's a very provocative question because we got so many question marks. Okay, we got superstars who either disgruntled, acting kind of needy, acting like they slick want to leave. Dame had that cryptic post
It
where
was.
didn't he use some like Nipsey Hustle
Nipsey Hussle.
bars,
Nipsey Hussle. Yeah.
basically saying to some effect, how long can I be loyal type of shit before y'all go ahead and do what you fucking need to do. I'm paraphrasing, of course.
Yeah.
We just talked about Zion and the rumblings down there. Luca, I said I don't know if I put it on tape, but I said earlier, I had never seen Rick Carlisle coach like this. Well, one of his guys' usage rating be that damn sky high. Of course, we knew that Dirk was the guy,
Mm-hmm.
and that's a different position, of course. But Luca is the damn offense. And it seems like Luca wants it that way. I don't know if Carlisle always wanted it that way, or if Carlisle wanted some of the things Luca would do with the ball. I saw some tension there in the situations and stuff like the situational ball, and we see how that shit then went. You got a budding superstar at Tatum in Boston, but like you said, will he even fucking be there? Boston, they bring guys in. Now Jaylen Brown, like Jaylen Brown. I like Jaylen Brown
Yeah,
on and off the court.
absolutely.
But shit, now Kimba gone. It's like the other little parts in Boston don't be fitting. It's like they got until you probably do this metaphor better than I can. But when it's like they got a lot of the shit they need up under the hood, but they missing a little bit of that. They missing.
You can buy good, you can buy spark plugs, but you got to buy good spark plugs.
And they ain't what they doing.
You feel
They
me?
always making moves. Danny was making moves left
They
and
had all
right.
them draft picks.
A lot of draft picks.
You remember they were supposed to get AD. You remember that was the rumblings.
So I don't know, Joe. That's tough. Part of me want to say, fuck, I got to put it on something, huh? I'm going to say Dallas because I got a first team All NBA who 22 years old. Dallas is a sexy market. We know the Cowboys king there. Cool. But it's still no income tax state. Maybe you can draw a free agent to pair with him. You can get your ass off of Porzingis, and maybe you can do something. Maybe make another title run. We've seen them go to 2 finals in our lifetime.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Oh shit, not even just in the past, what, 20 years? They went to 2 finals now and won one.
Now,
I would say Dallas.
I, would- I want to say Portland, but it was contingent on something. And I hate to say this, but they got to trade CJ. They got to trade CJ.
They gotta get off CJ.
I hate to say it.
They gotta get off CJ.
They got to get off CJ.
Yeah.
Well, if they do, they better send them to OKC because they got all the draft picks, all of the
Yeah,
draft
yeah.
picks.
Hey, your boy, we gonna have to do a segment about him when things calm down with these playoffs. Your boy Sam Preston,
He finna build
it's
something stupid, man.
it's like he trying to get all these damn picks, thinking, bruh, you drafted 3 MVPs already once in your lifetime. I don't know if that shit finna happen again. With all the picks you got,
That's what he's banking
I
on.
don't know if you're gonna draft 3 MVP caliber guys on the same damn team again.
He might.
Can we be honest too? Even if he does, right, they're not gonna stay.
It ain't. I don't think it's about him about the stand. I think his model is centered around being good enough for this span of time, 4 years, 4 years, and move on. I think that's his. I think that's his mindset. I think he's just like, we
But he
get
came
good,
from
we
San
win.
Antonio, right?
That's true.
I thought he about the ships.
But the market, I think the OKC market is just different. You got to be a loyal dude to really want to be there. Like, this is where I'm gonna be. Kind of like Dame. Like, if you find a guy like Dame who's like, this is where I want to be. Now, what will be interesting is if they get the first pick in the draft and they get a guy by the name of Cade Cunningham from Oklahoma State, and it's like, word, okay, you went to Oklahoma State, you playing now at OKC.
Who the coach there right now?
Man, I couldn't tell you his name if I tried.
Cause CP3 was the coach last year.
I couldn't tell you if I tried.
Pretty much.
I know Billy was there, but I don't know. I don't know who this guy is. I can't even tell you his name right now.
See, they gonna get all these draft picks. They gonna pull whoever the current coach is. OKC gonna be Brett Brown. And what I mean by that is, Brett Brown sat there through the process and all that shit. Yeah, he fucked up. He made some brain farts. He did. I ripped him. Okay. But then once it looked like the team was ready to just go, they brought in Doc, right?
Yeah.
And we see how. Well, excuse me, Glenn. They brought in Glenn.
Right. That's right. I'm gonna tell you the pair that I think I'd like to see.
Oh, real quick, Mark Daignault.
Man, who these dudes, man?
Yeah.
And we ain't no casuals, America.
No,
we
we
just
not.
don't know who the fuck these motherfuckers.
I personally say Rick Carlisle need to get on the phone and talk to Portland. I think that might work.
But with the roster current, well, not the full roster, but the stars current as is.
I think that'll work.
I don't know.
I think it'll work.
Hey man,
I can't have two guys in my backcourt who not. Both of them can't be liabilities defensively.
Yeah.
Not both.
That roster got to change.
Not both.
I think they just need to improve the front end. I think they need to just make the front end a better defensive. I mean, Covington was a good pickup, a great pickup.
Yeah,
he did a lot of great things defensively. And I think they just got to bring some guys in on the defensive end.
I wonder how much money
CJ.
How much money they got tied up in Nurkic.
But my thing is,
he another one that drank titty milk.
Portland is heavy on Dame and CJ, and it's like it's my turn. Okay, now it's your turn. It's my turn. Now it's your. I don't think that's gonna work.
Dame gonna have to dip, y'all. We dancing around. Dame got to dip, and Dame gonna dip.
I said that in order for him to win a ship, he gonna have to.
He ain't going nowhere.
He gone to. He gone.
He ain't going nowhere.
Well, America, y'all chime in. Y'all tell us what y'all think is the best coaching landing spot. JoJo hit us with a provocative question. I took that. Hold on.
I don't think
I said Dallas.
I said Portland.
You saying Portland? Both of y'all saying Portland.
Contingent on them moving CJ.
With CJ still there, what does that change your mind?
Do we really got to do that?
Yeah, because you're trying to make contingencies. We put it on something here.
All right. Well, CJ still there.
Come on down there to Dallas. Come on down there to Baby Bird. Come on down there.
I'm gonna tell you why. What makes me hesitant on picking Dallas? I don't know if another superstar gonna want to play with Luka. He's very ball dominant.
So is your boy.
It's interesting.
LeBron Oakley.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. I'm looking at how the league is right now. We don't really have that many bigs. I think a big would work well with Luka.
It's interesting.
But another wing guy.
See, it's interesting to me because just what was it last year? Dallas had a historically great offense. Like, if you go back, I want to say they had a historically great offense last year. I know Lucas was,
but they was deep too because they had Seth Curry.
I mean, so should have kept him. I agree, but you had Hardaway, Seth Curry, Finney Smith.
Trey Burke played well in the playoffs.
I mean, they had a historically great offense, so that gives credence to what Carlisle can do as an X and O guy.
Yeah.
I mean, so it's kind of like, I mean, what you doing, Luca? I mean, you dealing with you with a NBA championship winning coach, and y'all can't figure it out.
I'm gonna have to go with Dallas.
But I'm gonna take Washington. I mean, not Washington. I'm sorry, my bad. I'm gonna take New Orleans. I was
Now
thinking about
go
Washington.
with that
I was
boy
thinking about
Westbrook.
Washington. I was
No,
thinking about
that's
Washington
fine.
in my head. No, I was thinking about Washington in my head, but I'm gonna say New Orleans. I'm gonna say New Orleans because thankfully AD has forged them a lot of draft capital. They got a lot of draft capital and stuff to do to work with. And I think if David Griffin, I think David Griffin of the GMs here is the strongest. I think he can figure it out. I think he can put together the right roster. You put the right guy in place or lady, and I think New Orleans is the most attractive to me. With Ingram and Zion, and if Lonzo decides to stay, which he's given, I've seen mixed messages. I've seen him say he's wanting to go, and I've seen him say he wanted to stay. But they are very appealing to me.
This shit sound like an R&B record here.
So I personally think with what they've got going over there and the kind of draft capital they got, I like New Orleans.
Well, it is America. We want you to chime in now. Let us know what you think is the most attractive coaching landing spot. Put it on something.
My kids wanted me to tell y'all to make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me across all social media platforms, like the videos, and share them. Did I forget anything?
And turn on the post notifications.
Y'all heard them. And also, visit Statement Tees, LLC.com and shop with us. That's Statement Tees. Every t-shirt you wear
Makes a statement.